Hello, good evening. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox, to run the show in this pre-match show. The League Cup tie Ibrox, Rangers race to the south, is Port Bear, and GB. Evening, gents.
How we doing, mate? Hope you're well.
Good evening, Ox, and good evening, Port Bear.
Well, GB, I believe you've got the team. Can you give us the shocks?
There you go. Your starting 11 for tonight is McGregor, Ridvan, Jack, Davies, Batondo, Kamara, Fashion Jr., Arfield, King, Devine, and Yuri.
Well, this got all kind of substitutes?
Substitutes, yep. And the substitutions is McCrory, Sands, Barisic, Fraser, McCann, Wright, Nisco, Lawrence, and Stevens.
The first time we played all the boys put Al McGregor in, Port Bear, Jesus been up.
That's true, mate. That's true. I think it looks like we just threw all the names in a hat and put them out when you actually look at the squad, mate. From number 1 to number 69. Crazy squad numbers these days.
What a ball predict, mate. I hope you're not arguing with that Allen and McGregor will start in goal.
I think about that, right?
Will he be captain as well, do you think?
Don't know about that, but Red Van will play left back. Young Devine will play right back. King will play in the middle with, I think it would need to be Ryan Jack.
Yeah.
And Kamara, Arfield. Davis in midfield. Matondo, Fashion, and on either side of young Yuri.
Yeah, that's where I've got it, mate, yeah. Bang on.
Thoughts? Port Bear.
Very, very young side, like you said, mate. It's got, good experience right down the centre of the team, apart from our centre forward. Got a chance for Fashion, Matondo to give the Gaffer a headache, mate. We get to see some of Devine as well again. I think his development's been excellent. I think it's clear to see now he's going to be clearly number 2 behind Tav, mate, with the boy Zakowski going back to Lex Poznan and loan. And then we get to see our £6 million left back, mate, Ridvan Yilmaz. So I'm excited, mate. I'm excited to see this young team, develop and progress their careers.
Yeah, I know GB gets excited quite easily, but what's your thoughts, GB?
Spewing, mate, spewing. Yeah. I expected changes, Ox, but my God, wow, that is a lot of changes, especially for a cup tie. You're not meant to take these games lightly, but I suppose managers kind of threw down the gauntlet tonight, especially for the young team. It's fantastic to see.
You say that, mate. You say that, right? I'll just get through it, right? Al McGregor, Stephen Davis, seasoned pros, Ridvan internationalist, Jack international, Matondo internationalist, Kamara internationalist, Fashion internationalist, Arfield internationalist, and then you do the 3 on try boys, King, Devine, and Yuri.
True, Oxide. It's more, how would you say, like Ridvan and the other young boys probably not so much experience in the first team important game. That's probably where they can, not so much I can say, but the surprise. But it'll be interesting to see how they handle it. It'll be good.
It's the League Cup, as we call it, the Alex Kelly Trophy, Port Bear.
Indeed, mate, indeed. Maybe it's going to be a trophy this year, mate, that the Gaffer is going to let some of the younger talent develop. And we've got massive priority this year when it comes to the league, probably retain the Scottish Cup, and of course the big one, the Champions League. I don't think it's a bad idea. It seems to be a popular thing down in England anyway. The big clubs that use the League Cup down there to develop young players. I don't think it's a bad idea at all, mate.
Yeah, they're in the forward areas and hopefully they should get opportunities. King will play at the back when it looks as if it'll be Ryan Jack. For me, I can't see any other option. You?
No, definitely not, mate. Definitely not.
Unless we are going to play 3 at the back, but I don't know. I don't know what you think, GB.
At first, Ox, when I was reading the team, I did think about 3 because you could probably have Jack sitting as a kind of sweeper in front of them to protect him a bit. But just for obviously making life a bit easier for McGregor to deal with a couple of novices at the back tonight, I think they probably would put Jack in there to kind of guide the young boys. Vidvan will be interested to see how he links up tonight as well. But I know, exciting, Ox. It's great to see the youth on the bench and all. Plenty of chances there. You've got McCann there as well, sitting on the bench. So hopefully some opportunities tonight for some players.
Yeah, the phone line's open, Port. There's a lot to discuss there.
Aye, there is, mate. It'll be interesting to hear the punters, views on that team.
Yeah.
I've been excited to see. Aye, definitely, mate. Yeah.
Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
It just shows you how we moved on. It wasn't that long ago that Queen of the South were a bogey team, eh? A team was
indeed, mate. And indeed, when I was doing the photos, I wee look back, mate. Aye, they were a team that embarrasses a few teams. Aye.
But aye, I think there'll be a lot of people glad to see a mixture of youth and experience makes sense. Jack and Davis something a lot of game time, mate. Yeah.
Well, guess.
Carry on.
It gets minutes in the legs of the ones that's just on the periphery of squad, mate. And like you touched on, for Ridvan to get more minutes and get to know some of these teammates, we get also the punters get to see a bit of what he's about as well. Fashion and Matondo. Fashion's already had a fair crack at the whip this year so far, mate. So we're going to probably get him to see a wide position again. But I think is more dangerous. And maybe he can, change Giovanni's mind to be either a guy that's going to push for one of these wide positions. I don't think he's a centre forward, mate. I just don't think that's in his game at all. I think he does look more dangerous for either side. But Davis, Arfield, and Kamara to get their minutes in their legs, could all have a good time, mate.
I understand that fully what you're saying about Fashion, mate. But if you think back to the last All Forum game at their place, mate, he ran him ragged.
Frightening. Aye, frightening pace, actually. This is the thing with direct pace. When you've got pace like that, it's a defender's nightmare because somebody direct run at you, they're running forwards, and the thing that none of us have mastered is running backwards quick. Neither can do it. So you've got somebody who has pace run at you, mate. It's very, very dangerous, and that's how he scored.
You've obviously never seen Bridgeman at a bar. Yeah, I get what you're saying. He definitely get pace. So's Matondo, but jury's still out, I think, in Rabbi. GB.
Yeah, Ox, he showed flashes but certain games, especially like the league and obviously against Union, it was a bit of a damp squib for him. Tonight's another opportunity again just to put him in the manager's thoughts. Fought against St Johnstone, the kind of stealing the ball, trying to do players. He kind of learned a bit more about the league. But tonight's another opportunity, especially for a lot of the players, especially a young team like I says. It's going to be. It's good to see there's hard work being paid off as well. I think a lot of these names that we're seeing have been doing really well in the background, and it's good to see the managers actually going to give them a chance tonight, Ox.
I thought the boy King was pretty good on Saturday. A couple of times he got turned near the touchline and all that, but over the piece he used the ball well and competed well, Port.
I would definitely a wee bit of inexperience when you get caught coming out the touchline. Not his position where he was pushing it onto his fullback. I get that, he's keen, he's eager, and he's trying to make a name for himself at a club when clearly Rangers have out this year and they brought in Suter, they brought in, Davies, which put King further down the pecking order, but although he's been with the squad for, the first days of the season, he is, whether you like it or not, he's been doing probably fifth choice maybe. But he's opportunities, mate. He has to take them because we've got Suter who's not fit, Davies isn't fit. So King's got a massive opportunity, right? In my opinion. And another player I'm glad to see back in the squad next year, my fan is Glenn Kamara.
I thought last week, mate, for 45 minutes, it was the best football in the park. Yeah?
Yeah. Definitely. I'm just glad to see that. I think it's important that we get him minutes in his legs, because if he is going to stay, I know there's some mutants that they might still go in the next couple of days. I hope not, personally. But if he's going to stay, mate, I want to see a fit Glenn Kamara, and I want to see him pushing for a first team place in that midfield. That's a good idea.
Oh, he's a top player, mate. A top player. Yeah, I think he's not reached his peak yet, and hopefully he does it with us. GB.
Yeah, Ox, he's always one of these players that when they learn the game, they're a top player. They're a top player. Ox, it's just like I says, there's been a lot of interest and rumours about him, but again, he's in the squad tonight. He's got to create for us, and maybe again, it's another message to the manager for the up and coming game on Saturday.
I wouldn't read too much in it tonight. I think the idea of it, he'll maybe get some more minutes because he never played at the weekend, and maybe be replaced if we can get some goals. But look, we're going to hear a report, and we'll get a call to bring in just the views on Queen of the South, because they're going to be there and they'll see that team and think they'll get a better chance than normal. So let's hear the report.
Hello and welcome to Port's Report. Today we're going to discuss Rangers versus Queen of the South. Rangers will begin their League Cup on Tuesday as they compete in the second round of the competition when they host Queen of the South. Scottish League One side will head into the game as underdogs, and on the back of the most recent defeat, Rangers last season reached the semi-final where they were knocked out by Hibs. Rangers have so far scored 14 goals and conceded 3. Queen of the South have won 3 of the 4 group games, but this was not enough to win the group, but qualified as one of the best runners-up. Manager Willie Gibson's men were defeated 3-1 at the weekend, playing Falkirk, and although Rooney Patton got on the score sheet with a penalty, they still couldn't find a win. They also got a man sent off, so they'll have to show more composure on Tuesday. Queen of the South will play the strongest side available in order to give them the best chance of going through. Queen of the South play a 4-4-2 system. Rooney Patton will be the main number 9, with Gavin Rea trying to support as much as he can. As always, the first division teams, they will be full of honest pros who will get stuck in and fight for every ball. Josh Todd is the captain, who's a major doubt for the Doonhammers. He is critical for this team. He's also the captain, so he'll be a big miss. Rangers will have to continue to build confidence and also look to rotate the squad. Maybe we'll see Alfredo Morelos getting a start and Ridvan Yilmaz to get minutes into his legs. And that's the end of Port's Report.
Okay, I think you're very honest. We should be strong favourites and get won again, GB.
Yeah, plenty of talent on that part tonight, Ox. Like you says, maybe Queen of South might think they've got a wee extra chance tonight with some inexperience in our team, but to be honest, it's time for some players to grab their chance tonight. Maybe some of the younger ones want to make a wee bit of a name for themselves, so bring it on, mate, bring it on.
Alright, we join the Blue Star. Evening, Blue Star.
Evening, Ox. JB, Portal. Ox, you sound as if you are in an echo chamber. The way he's coming through.
Right, this end, mate. I don't know.
No, because I'm reading the lobby, mate, and everybody's saying the same. It's honestly, it sounds as if as some of the comments says as if he's at the bottom of a swimming pool. Honestly, it sounds like an echo chamber, but anyhow, guys, I was on last night, and every single pundit, every single caller all said that the big man would be up front, Kolak, and I came on nearly I thought that he could. I'm not saying he didn't, he wouldn't have wanted to play him. And as the guy says, they were right enough. Kolak, when you're scoring goals, you want to play every game, I get that. But he's lack of firepower at the moment. And I mean, the reports for yesterday and the day about Alfie's agent trying to get him to go to Fenerbahce, that kind of tells you a story in itself. So for me, guys, the purse strings have got to be loosed in the next 48 hours. We have no cover over the next 5 weeks. We just have no options. What do you think yourself?
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out quite quickly. Obviously, is Sakala coming back into the fold? Because I don't think he's been there. How fit is Ruth? And how's he going to stay fit? And what's going to happen with Morelos? They're all different stories, mate. I think we'll know better by the end of the transfer window shutting, which is tomorrow night, Port.
2 days to go, mate. 2 days to go. Yeah, 2 days.
Well, I've a better idea by then. But I'm not surprised that Kovac isn't playing myself, because obviously it would be similar to what Gerrard done when Morelos got booked back in the day if we'd have played him a night and then there was something happened to him for Sunday. GB for Saturday.
Yeah, Ox. It's like I say, it's a smart place to play. The manager knows that Joak's on form, don't want to risk anything, want to make sure that he's fit and ready and firing for Saturday. And like I say, I think we've got plenty on the park in the starting 11 there that should be able to create and score. Fashion has shown in flashes that he can be that guy, he can be prolific. So I've got no concerns about Joak getting his wee rest tonight.
Apologies, I sneezed there. Poor bear.
I have to agree, GB, mate. I think, as you said, Blue Star Cholak being only fit, recognised striker at the moment, and all the rumours, the rumour mill starting with Alfredo and even Roof, so don't know what's happened with him yet. I seen he put something on Instagram earlier on today regarding, it was 10 goals he'd scored last year, and he says that's what it says, more to come. I don't know if that means for us Rangers fans or any suitors that's after him. But I think it's important to rest him with a big game coming up against the Old Firm. I think Cholak will be a very, very important player for us. Every goal I've seen him, I have to look at most of his goals a day again, and every one of them are different. And he works tirelessly. He just offers so much to our squad. But I'm actually glad to see young Robert Uri get a wee shot up front today. And I can't wait to see Hope Lovelace gets a wee sort of shot up front as well. I think he's a decent young striker. I've liked to have seen him doing the B team. So I like that you've got a chance. I love to see it. So it's good to see him got a pathway to get to the first team. And if it's through the League Cup, then so be it.
I don't think it's a surprise, Star, if I'm being honest.
It wasn't to me, Ox. It certainly was to everybody else, and even the guys in the lobby. They all said I was off my nut because I says Kovac wouldn't play tonight, and I was 100% sure he wouldn't. The manager just couldn't have took a chance on that. If anything had happened to him tonight, even if he'd went out and scored 20 goals tonight, what difference would it have made if he'd have picked up an injury? Because he hasn't got any other fit strikers. And as I says, Sakala, who else could you have played? Certainly Sakala and Matondo was the two that came to mind. I even mentioned Wright. But I'm glad, guys, in a way. The young boy up front, it'll be exciting to see what kind of ability he's got. And he's playing with three experienced midfielders, and the three that are playing in midfield. So, and obviously, it's good to see McGregor getting a game, because we all know he's a cracking goalkeeper. So for me, I'm over the moon. I'll say it again, Ox. Honestly, I'm absolutely mystified as to why we can't at least bring in one striker. I'm gobsmacked, mate. And I know we've got Ruth, and I don't know how far away he is, but certainly Alfie is a good 4 or 5 weeks. We know that for fact. And he's your recognised number one. Well, he was up until Kovac came. So if anything happens to the big guy up front, I just find it an incredible gamble, especially after what happened to us at the end of last season. I think it's a massive, massive gamble if we don't bring somebody in. I'm not saying we've got to. I'm not saying it's not good.
You'll have a better idea come Thursday, mate, and then we'll know where we're going, who still weighs, GB, there's people joining us all the time, so he's the team, because some of them might be surprised at the substitutes.
Some of them might be getting after seeing just back up. So starting 11 is McGregor, Ridvan, Jack, Davies, Matondo, Kamara, Fashion Jr., Arfield, King, Devine, and Yuri. Our substitutions is McCory, Sands, Barisic, Fraser, McCann, Wright, Nisco, Loveless and Stevens.
Does he go and make his first, his second start for us? Hopefully he gets 90 minutes under his belt, a £6 million signing. Port.
I think it's massively important, mate. As we said at the very start of the season, when we got him, you're not bringing a £6 million Turkish internationalist to sit in your bench, behind Borna, because Borna's form wasn't great at the start of the season either, but since he's come at the club, it seems to have boosted Borna, and he seems to be fighting for his place, which I'm also glad of as well. Two fit, firing fullbacks in the left position can only be a good thing for Rangers. I just think maybe the only reason I'm thinking maybe he's taking his time on, mate, is maybe a bit of a language barrier. Being no Turkish player in the squad.
Well, me and GB can understand you, mate. You know what I mean?
But I just think that's in my opinion, mate. That's maybe a communication thing. They're just you just not ready it in regards to the language and stuff like that, and understanding what's fully expected today. That's the only I think they're taking their time on, mate.
In a lot of ways, it makes sense. Looking forward to seeing him, Bostar.
Absolutely, mate. If we keep spending that kind of money, then the boy's obviously he's obviously a good one. There's no way we'd go spend that kind of dough for somebody that wasn't that they hadn't had a right good response to. So, very exciting. Guy, the panel, do you know much about you? Is he a tall guy, a wee guy, or what? I haven't seen him at all, I must be honest.
He played against Hearts, mate. He's not the best, he's not the big, but he's got good movement, Port.
Aye, not the tallest blue star, but his movement and pace is lightning, mate. So I don't think he'll be pretty. I think he'll be fine at that level. Again, I think with the team you've got tonight, it's going to create. You're still going to get win for Devine and Ridvan. You still get obviously your Arfield will get into the box to support Yuri as much as you can. But no, I'm not worried about that young man at this level, mate. I think you'll be. Most of the fans were pleasantly surprised with young Yuri, right?
Here's a trivia question for you. When was the last time Tab and Golson only played when they were fit?
Long time, especially two of them being arrested. Ox, that's never really happened in the length of time that Gerrard was even here.
Mm-hmm. Does it show you that Gio's different, Port?
I think it is, mate. I think I think the sentiment went out the window the minute Gerrard left the club, mate. I think Gio's a completely different manager, regardless who you are. You only need to look at the way he's dealt with Alfredo. Gerrard dealt with him a arm on his shoulder and stuck by him tooth and nail, regardless what Morelos did. Gerrard stuck by him, stuck up for him, and fought his corner every time. But if a new manager's sure a wee bit of, he's more ruthless and he's not going to suffer fools gladly, which I think sends a message to everybody in the squad, mate. Because although you might not be under his hammer right now, it just shows you if you do step out of line and you don't train and you don't, uphold the standards of Glasgow Rangers, then Giovanni's not going to take it, mate. I think it's a good thing.
All right, okay. Aye, so be interesting. I'm really interested, both start to see where Ryan Jack's playing.
Well, according to the thing, they're saying he's playing centre back. As you say, it's a strange one for me. I've never seen him playing at the back before, unless there's been an injury or something.
See him playing right back. He played right back a bit for Aberdeen. I think he may have been captain for Scotland.
Yeah. Aye, but I mean, if he's actually playing centre back, I certainly haven't seen him playing there before. But I mean, he played once from there, so and as I say, you've got to hold your hands up to the manager and say, well, he's at least changed the whole team. As you say, gosh, I can think of maybe when Tav got injured, Goldson was obviously still playing, but to think of the two of them not playing, I mean, that's a big statement in itself. But he had to. He's looked at that squad, and it doesn't matter what we think or our opinions. The fact of the matter is, common sense tells you he's got too many players there, in my eyes, that he honestly doesn't think are good enough for our first team ops. That's the way I see it. and he's proven a point in one sense. The amount of games that we've got coming up, starting for Saturday and then Ajax away, they're big money games for us. They're very, very important.
Stick to the night's game because it's a pre-match show, but the boys on the bench, I mean, there'll be some people who don't follow the B team have never heard of them boys, Tara.
Oh, aye, absolutely. As I say, I'd heard of the boy Ure. I hadn't seen him. I'd seen a wee bit of Lovelace. But aye, it's great that he's doing that because it gives these boys incentive and it'll push them on. It'll make them train harder, thinking that even in the League Cup, excuse me, they've all got a chance of maybe getting in the pool. So that's a brilliant thing. That's what we've needed. We want to see some of these young boys getting a chance whenever they can.
Right, we're going to end some of the streams and try and restart because you're right. Some of our sound, we're getting feedback for a lot of our streams that our sound's no great, so we're going to try and sort it out. It's a technical issue.
Right, guys, I'll let you go. Thanks for letting me on, and here's onwards and upwards, and here's hoping it's a great result of the night for us.
Cheers, mate. Speak to you soon.
Cheers.
Aye, it'll be interesting. Out of the young boys, who are you interested in seeing? GB?
Hopefully for me, Oxley will be that Lovelace boy. He has been kind of raising a few eyebrows, especially with the goals he's been scoring and stuff like that for us. Very young still, but looks a very promising talent, and I do really hope that he gets minutes tonight. Because I mean, you're saying the window's got to be shutting soon, Ox. The striker option, it's very hard, as you've noted before, that to get that third striker in because nobody wants to be the kind of third guy waiting in line to get a game. So maybe he's just want to test the water with these young boys and see if any of them can step up to the plate, mate. But Lovelace definitely is the one that kind of stands out for me tonight.
And then we've been a